Hello, hello, and welcome to season 5 of How to Play D&D, the explainer podcast with one dungeon master who's experienced, I got that wrong, and one failed scriptwriter to discuss D&D topics. My name is Kinsey, and my illustrious guest this week is Jonny Greenhalgh. How are you doing?
I'm all right, Connor. How are you?
I'm good. Did I get it right? Did I pronounce it right that time?
You're doing it every time.
Okay. I'm scared. I literally look at your face like, please, Papa, please, just be right.
It's fine, my child.
It's all good. Yeah, there we go. That's what I need. Yeah.
I won't have to put you over my knee today.
Oh, that's a shame. I'll get it wrong next time. Okay, well, this season we are doing things slightly different. Our guests have selected an enemy from the list that I've supplied, and they're going to educate us as to why we should use these creatures in our games. And of course, I will interrogate. And what creature did you pick off the list to sell me the idea of?
Gnolls, of course.
Gnolls. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so today's episode is on Gnolls. Gnolls are the closest enemy you'll find representing the furry community. That's why the monster manual states no goodness or compassion resides in their heart. Jonny, I've got nothing against furries, by the way. I just thought it was funny. Jonny, I've entered the dogging competition with my family. Should I buddy up for lacrosse or should I hold up for couples whack-a-mole? What am I doing?
Well, you've obviously been around my house on a Friday night then. Oh, team up. Team up.
Yeah, you got to, wouldn't you? It's whack-a-mole. I don't want to know what they're whacking. Like,
no, could be anything.
Yeah, give me
skiing. You're skiing.
It's skiing. Yeah, that's it. Okay, lots of poles. Right, to the serious stuff. Less incestuous. Why did you pick Gnolls?
Well, who doesn't like an angry dog? You know?
Yeah, sure.
No, Gnolls. I love Gnolls. Two reasons, though they can be a really, really, really savage enemy to sick on your players. And obviously we're talking about that side of it. But they're also a really, really cool class if you play with a Gnoll player.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It can lead to some quite good role play. But as an enemy, they're just such a badass monster that is so versatile, and you can throw them into pretty much any scenario. It's like if you need an encounter quickly, and it just thinks Gnolls because they can just come out of nowhere, and attack.
They do, yeah. I was looking them up yesterday for that quick-witted joke about them being furries and what the monster manual says about them. And it does say that they are even orcs don't mess with them and they don't team up with them. They're a vicious pack that rarely use weapons they build, only off the dead they pick. And I was like, okay, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're a low intelligence creature that runs around in packs. They've got no societal hierarchy as such, other than the strongest is the leader.
Yeah.
They can't make weapons, so they steal them off dead bodies. But 9 times out of 10, they don't need them. They've got claws and teeth.
Yeah.
They are abyssal, so it's basically like the hyenas from the Lion King made a deal with the devil, which is how I always picture them in my head. Is the Lion King hyenas?
I'm in.
But yeah, I mean, they speak Gnoll, which is just like guttural, and is really cool to just if you've got people that don't speak Gnoll, you can just make sounds at them.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're fast and they've got pack tactics, which is one of my favorite features of any monster in D&D.
Yeah, it's a good counter in combat to people who constantly want advantage with their, going around the side. So it's nice to have something that can like do it back, basically.
Yeah.
Well, what we say next? What kind of stats does a Gnoll have? Do you have them to hand?
I don't. I mean, I can have them to hand.
We'll chop this in the edit. If you've got some stats that AC and things, feel free to throw it in, but don't feel like you can't read them.
Yeah, no, I've got D&D Beyond right next to me, so I should have had the Gnoll page loaded up, but Mr. Know-It-All as usual over here doesn't know it all. let's look at the 2024 Gnoll. Is that
Yeah, yeah,
that the one you want? Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, I've got that in front of me. So, you want me to just go?
Yeah, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
So yeah, no Gnolls. They're quite high AC for such a basic creature. They're a 15. So for a lower level character, they're quite difficult to hit.
Yeah.
So my guys are level 5, and if I threw a pack of Gnolls at them, it'd be so much fun. They've not got a lot of hit points, but they have got the capacity to do a lot of damage in a
Mm.
short amount of time, with rend attacks and bow attacks. Um, and also, there are different levels of Gnoll now. So if you still want to use Gnolls, but you're at a higher level, you don't have to worry about having to throw 1,000 in for a balanced encounter. You can
Yeah.
just throw the warrior. I think it's the caster. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but and then there's the I always really struggle to pronounce what the god is called.
Oh,
Yingu.
I
Yingu.
Yingu, right? Yeah.
Yingu. Um, there is now a Yingu Gnoll that I think has got some basic magic as well. I
Oh,
think
it's like
so.
a chieftain or
Yeah,
something like that, I guess. Yeah.
yeah.
I've well, I'll actually I'll get I was about to say something, but I'll wait till near the end for my question. Another question. How does a DM use a knoll in their game? Like how does a new DM use a knoll in their game?
I've had situations before where you want an early encounter. So you come across a caravan that's been raided on the
Nice.
side of the
Yeah.
road, and you follow the footprints, and it's a Gnoll camp, and they've got the prisoners tied up in the middle, and you've got to fight your way through the camp. That's quite a good one because you can set the scenario where you turn up and you can scout the camp, and the Gnolls can be fighting amongst themselves, and
Mm,
because they're that sort of wild animal society,
yeah.
where you could probably trick them into destroying themselves as well, and there's all sorts of fun you can have. But I mean, that's the type of encounter I'd use for them. Or like, say if there was an exploration encounter that I had to roll,
Yeah.
and I would be like, a pack of Gnolls would be perfect for this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always a pack of Gnolls. It's never just a Gnoll.
No, yeah, and I guess that's the difference between, if you are going to use a single null, then you would hope you're setting it up that it kind of for the players it feels like, God, if this one like is too loud or there's going to be more nearby kind of thing. Like you'd be pretty let down if you're a player and it was just the one, considering
Yeah,
what they can get up to.
you'd probably take one null down in half a round, if that.
Yeah, yeah.
27 hit points.
Well, I was going to say, can you give an example of when you use a null or encountered one?
So, well, encountered both sides of the coin, really. Like I said, I've sixed them on early level campaigns just to get people used to combat. Um, Raiding camps, as I've just said. But then I've experienced them from the player side as well, where I've played alongside a null.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's not much for the DMs, but if you get a player character who wants to play as a Gnoll, embrace it because it offers lots of good role play opportunity.
I didn't know that I guess anything's a playable option really, like given if you can kind of like blur the lines of the rules, which I'm all for if there's fun involved. Yeah, I didn't know that people that you could play. No, it wasn't like on the top of my head.
It's in the I can't remember what book it's in. Is it in the Wayfarer's Guide to Eberron? I think it was
Oh,
mentioned.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
But then I'm pretty sure there is a null stat block in one of the books.
Yeah.
I'd have to have a look at it, but it might be in Morden King's Tome of Madness. It might be. I'd have to look that up off
It's
the
like
top
an
of my head.
like an expanded book.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it's not the core rule books, but
No, oh, well, I mean, it's all up for grabs, isn't it, really?
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
All right, last question then. What's your least favorite enemy in D&D?
Orcs.
Orcs. All right, go on, sell it.
I right. My players are going to listen to this and be like, "You've used orcs in nearly every session," but that's just because the campaign that we're running. But I just think it's such a overused trope that
Okay.
it's fantasy, so must be orcs.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like I, I know that they're good for low level and you can throw a lot of them in, but then that's why you've got things like Gnolls. You can throw
Mm,
Gnolls in, or get skeleton stat block or some zombies or something like that.
yeah.
It's I think they're massively overused. Don't get me wrong. Again, they've now got pack tactics, so
Yeah.
that's fun. But no, I think this is massively overused. I'm running Dragon of Ice by a Peak, so
Okay.
everything is about orcs.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like an eighth of the campaign is about the dragon. The rest of it is about orcs.
In I Spy Pete, the dragon is kind of like the treasure at the end, isn't it? You kind of
Yeah,
nerd to it by even the artwork on the front, but you don't get to see it till the very end.
yeah. Oh no, he's nearly killed my characters already
Oh,
once.
right. Just
I
swoop.
I I wrote that in. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah. You got
we roll for him all the time. They hate it when I roll the dice. They
it.
don't know what's going to happen. But at orcs, if I could, you know, I mean, it's even like Wizards of the Coast have tried to um, make them better because they're now happy and smiley. And if you look in the new books,
Yeah.
they're happy and smiley, and they've got Mohicans and stuff. So
Is they're trying to make the like them as a species like more playable, I suppose,
yeah,
and to do that, then they've got to be less hostile in like every situation, I guess.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
I get what you mean. I mean, they're so they're in Warhammer everywhere. Obviously, Lord of the Rings is kind of what inspires it to be everywhere in fantasy in general. So it's kind of like that's your first thought, right? That or goblins, and so it's nice to think of something else that you can show off.
Just like throw it DMs in your next game. If it says however many D4 of orcs per player, scribble out the word orcs and just write Gnolls.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sold it. Sold it. All right. Today's adventure is sadly coming to a close. We're back again next week with a topic. The oldest shark still living on this planet is 410 years old. Why? And
Because
as
I'm
always,
here.
thank you for huh?
Because I'm here.
Because you're here. I was like, why does he want to live for that long? And as always, thank you for tuning in. And if you'd like to join in on the D&D action, then please follow us on Instagram at HousePlayDND or check out the link in our bio to join our Discord server. Where can we find you, Johnny?
Big Dice Energy, Instagram.
Big Dice Energy. We'll put the link in the bio for you guys to check that out. I've been Connor Kinsey.
I'm Johnny.
Good day.